Buonasera a tutti, benvenuti al nostro Supersonic, la prima parte, quella di avvicinamento al live di questa giornata interamente dedicata alla musica, alla storia soprattutto dei Placebo, che ripercorriamo quest'oggi attraverso lo spunto dato dal loro disco pubblicato da poco, che è un greatest hits, si chiama Once More with Feeling, e raccoglie 8 anni di musica dal 96 al 2004, passando rigorosamente attraverso i loro singoli. Io ne posseggo un'edizione limitata dove c'è anche un secondo CD totalmente rimissato. Di questo e di altro parleremo insieme a loro. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this. Not bad, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good.
That's good. So, we were having this conversation pre-live set, which, I mean, is going to be about this, I guess. So, was it hard to put down the songs? I mean, allegedly you put down just singles, right? It's a proper greatest hits.
It's the easiest thing to put together, really, because they're all in order of
time
of release. So basically, you get the list together and then you put them on the CD in order. Piece of cake.
I read that.
It's important to stress, though, it's very important to stress that this is not Placebo's greatest hits, that this is simply a historical document, a kind of chronological retrospective of the band's most accessible stroke, commercial stroke, radio-friendly stroke, sell-out stroke, whatever material, you know? That doesn't sound like the Strokes at all. We really don't consider this to be anything other than just
definitely not a best of.
A history, you know?
I read that instead of, if you didn't have to put out a greatest hits album, you would have put out a B-sides kind of song.
There's a lot of things that we would do if we didn't have to, you know?
How much need you have to do this? You have to do it.
No, it's just...
It's not a bad thing to put out a greatest.
No, it's just what bands do, you know? Particularly after like 10 years in the business and 17 songs in the top 40, you know? And it's just, there's no great mystery or great significance, you know.
Well, at least you have singles and songs that were successful.
Exactly, and you know, I think when people who are just slightly aware of Placebo may listen to that and go like, oh, God, they did that one as well, and they did that one, yeah, I recognize this one, you know, kind of thing, and it might, you know, sort of dawn on a lot of people that we've been around for a while. So it's kind of a good introduction for people who've maybe just discovered Placebo recently to a lot of the old stuff.
Was it hard to, I don't know, I read somewhere that you found it quite painful to go through your musical past and, you know, to re-listen to songs and...
But the important thing to stress is that as soon as you release a song, it ceases to be your story, you know, and then it becomes other people's stories, so you're kind of free of it. So it's kind of like an exorcism. And that's fine, because often you write songs for reasons, you know, songs are sometimes uncomfortable for you. But the big discomfort, basically, is all about the relationship that you have with your own art, you know, particularly your early work. You know, some bands' early work is their best, you know, and some bands get much, much better throughout their career. I'd say we're in the second, you know, category. And so when you kind of look back at those songs, it's often like sort of going to the house where you used to live in with your parents and going to your bedroom and finding a box full of bad poetry that you wrote when you were a teenager. And then you start to read it again, you know? Of course, the way that you relate to these songs is completely different to the way that other people, the people who love them, the people who had experiences to them, their first kiss, their first party, the first time they got drunk, or their first sense of identity when they listen to these songs, they kind of emerge, and they have a different relationship to these songs. Ours is a far, far more critical one, an uncomfortable one, than people who genuinely love these songs, you know, than Placebo fans. But the positive thing about that is that what it does is that it forces you to continuously look forward, and it forces you to continuously improve, which I think is basically, you know, the goal.
You somehow give a bad value to those songs, to the past.
Absolutely not. No, that's what I'm saying. You know, you can't sort of belittle the significance that they have. You know, it's just important to point out that your relationship with them is completely different. You know, when you look back, you just look back at things and you go, well, I could have done this better. Or I'm not very proud of that line, you know, or something like that. You know, it's just, that's unfortunately, it's the cross that you have to bear as, you know, as an artist. You know, I really, really doubt that Radiohead go back and listen to their first album, you know. So...
All right, we go back. Let's go see 36 Degrees first.
Okay.
Watch a video and we'll come back.
But it falls apart as silver turns to blue. Waxing with the candlelight and burning just
36 Degrees by Placebo. Way back in '96.
All the old days.
All the 90s.
Electricity.
This album was very successful when it came out.
Strangely enough. I mean, what's strange about that record is, you know, is that I think it was incredibly commercial, and you know, we've kind of become less and less commercial with every album, but somehow have managed to sell more records, which I think is great. So it seems that, you know, chasing this elusive pop hit isn't necessary.
They create a following. People
you just kind of, you know, just keep doing what you think is correct at the time, and with as much honesty as possible, and then sort of, you know, people stay loyal, you know, to what you're doing.
I think it was perfect when you put the album out, because it kind of was something different to the Britpop thing that was going on in the UK at the time.
Yeah.
It was very, very different. So I think people jumped on it, you know.
And had an edge.
Yeah, I think people were hungry for something different. There's a lot of retro stuff going on in London.
Most
still,
records
so.
in those years didn't have an edge, a proper edge. It was all quite...
Yeah, kind of linear. It's been done before, really. But I think when Nancy Boy came out, it kind of...
Yeah.
It sort of grabbed everybody.
I remember that. It was something different, at least. It was... It's a good mix. I mean, even new rock and whatever, whichever way you want to call it, it's always about mixing genres. Like it's,
hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's what makes music progress. And it's, you know, it's all genres of music have to steal from each other in order for the genre to stay alive. Otherwise, it just becomes
boring.
Yeah, extremely boring. You know, so you know we're in favor of as much crossover as possible. It's kind of, you know, it's what breathes life into music, you know.
And I think at the time, in those years, your mix was a different mix. It was different than what was being played around.
Yeah.
Much more punky, you know. It's much more energy there and kind of in your face, really, rather than kind of like laid back.
But there's a lot of the Cure, maybe new wave.
Yeah, sure.
Bass lines, you know,
the
that
Cure,
type
the
of
Smiths,
stuff.
Joy Division, the Pixies,
Sonic Youth, you know.
huh?
Dead Kennedys, it's all in there.
ABBA.
And right, but working with producers, what do you recall of those days, like the first album?
Well, the first
album was done like in 3 weeks.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a budget job, you know. It's just time restraints and money restraints. Yeah, every day for 3 weeks we were recording that album, and I think it's probably the most painful album to listen to, you know, because I think we could have done it better, but that's always going to be the case. You listen to your own music, you know, in a completely different way from our audience, because we listen to it a lot more critically, you know, listen for mistakes. You know, that's what we hear, you know.
Yeah, listening to your own music's a bit like drinking your own sperm, you know. I've been too close to
never thought of it that way, but.
You know. What I remember is we were in Dublin. We were in Dublin in Ireland, and so I remember drinking a lot of Guinness, a lot of fine Guinness, and putting on some weight because I drank so much Guinness. But it was fun. It's good. Yeah, Dublin was a bit like the pubs stay open for all day, every day. You know, so
It's a cool
a lot of
to
the
make an
black
album.
stuff was consumed. You know.
We're gonna take a break and be back with Placebo right after this.
Oh, that'd be nice. Fucking pint of Guinness right now.
And we're back. We were just discussing with Placebo that old instruments sound better. Isn't it true? Amplifiers.
See, I'm starting to change my mind about
Oh,
that one.
Jesus.
I'm not too sure anymore. You know.
I think
It's about 10 years in the business. I'm not too sure if old instruments, you know, if it's just kind of a snobbery thing, you know, everybody pays twice the money for old instruments, or whether, you know, kind of new stuff is, you know, it's kind of cleaner and, you know,
Oh, it is.
a bit more direct.
More warmth to
Yeah.
it, you know, old amps and old guitars.
But for, you know,
Then you pass it through compressors
you
and
know, there's new
preamps.
instruments with you know, technology. They're probably making really good instruments now, you know. Just sound different. Taste thing.
it used to be a case where I refused to play any guitar that wasn't older than me. Other guitars had to be older
Really?
than me. But now it's getting a little difficult, you know. I'm not as young as I used to be, so.
Now you buy some from Mexico. Or
Now they have to be younger than me, you know. Kind of thing. It's just the way. It's just the
new
way
stuff.
life changes, you know.
Never heard this one before. It's quite interesting. And so when you take on a tour, I mean, obviously you're at the end of the tour. How much time you spend on, you know, just putting up all the instruments you're going to be using and the set list and rehearsals?
When's the last time you set up your equipment?
1995.
Then came roadies.
The last time I tuned a guitar was like 97, I think.
You get all done for us now by our fabulous road crew.
How cool is it to have a guitar technician?
It's very useful because I can't tune a guitar, you know, and I'm not technical at all, so like, you know, I don't know the names of the strings or anything, you know, so it's
So like, does a guitar technician tell you what sound to go for or how to achieve it?
No, you just kind of go, make it sound like this. I go, okay, Brian.
So it's like human beatbox, something like that. You just
That would
make
be
it.
great, you know. I saw Björk using a human beatbox the other day, the guy from The Roots, and
Oh, yeah.
that was really amazing. Yeah, it was really
Razel
cool.
is an amazing beatbox man. It's incredible. It is some stuff with Mike Patton, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, all just vocals, but honestly, Mike Patton is nothing compared to Razel. He's incredible. But anyway, why are we talking about Mike Patton and Razel anyway?
Because we're bored of talking about ourselves.
Do you have a lot of fun
true.
touring? Is it fun? Is it?
It's bad for your health, you know, both mentally and physically. But the rewards are quite devastatingly huge. It's just kind of, it's really... So if everything's going well, there's like a real feeling of communion sometimes, you know, and collective euphoria. And that's something that you can't really find anywhere else, you know. But, you know, when you've been touring for like 2 years, like we have, you just really start to go crazy. You just can't think anymore, you know. Because you have no points of references, you know, everything changes every day, you know, so you just kind of, where am I, who am I, what do I feel, apart from hungover, you know? So...
Do you ever wake in the morning thinking after a gig and, okay, right, I'm not gonna do this again. It's like, or...
Every morning. Yeah. Then 2 hours later, you start doing it again.
It's the afternoon.
Every morning is a Monday morning.
Hey.
Yeah, that's some,
That's Reading, isn't it?
yeah, some backstage activities from
Freud.
a recent tour. Freud?
It's one of the people playing.
All right.
That's when we were listening a lot to Beyonce, and
All right.
Beyonce and,
How did that happen?
Destiny's Child. It's just a love of good pop music, you know, but good stuff. None of this pop idol, you know, Star Academy nonsense. You know, real pop music. And yeah, it's just kind of. If only a lot of our fans would like realize that before we go on stage and sing songs like Tasted Men, you know, it's just kind of, we're backstage dancing to Michael Jackson, you know, to kind of get ourselves in the mood, you know. We just like happy music. And why wouldn't you? Because, you know, it takes you to a happy place, you know. And
Obviously.
that's what everybody wants to kind of do.
What is great pop to you? What is some pop that you love to listen to?
Well,
You don't feel ashamed of
Like
listening to?
Blondie, Outkast, Khalees at the moment,
Khalees is
you know.
Streets as well, you know, things
Yeah.
like that as well. Yeah. I mean, I think our favourites of pop writers, Robert Smith, you know, he's got it down. It's like perfect, pure pop, really.
It's a good album. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
I think people, the music business is giving pop music a bad name at the moment, you know, because culturally everybody's starting to think that pop music is a popularity contest. You know, you get to go on TV and then people vote for the prettiest person, you know, and they can't be black, obviously, you know, kind of thing, you know, and then it's a popularity contest, and then the music business force feeds you cover versions all the time, you know? And it's giving like the sacredness of pop music a really bad name, you know? Because it's a beautiful thing, and it's certainly about escapism, you know, as a lot of dance music is. It's, you know, it's about, you know, going to a happier place. And that's its function that it should fulfill. Something like Justify My Love by Madonna, you know? It's just the most incredible record ever. And
I mean,
who
Toxic
needs
by
another
Britney Spears is a
Westlife
great
cover
track.
version? You
It's a
know?
great tune. Toxic by Britney Spears.
You're a
is
Take That
great
fan,
tune.
aren't you?
What?
You're a Take That
No,
fan,
no, that
aren't
was my ex-girlfriend.
Ah,
That's
okay.
another story. It's not good at you, actually. You brought it up. It's not good. Anyway, we're going to see a bit of a live performance. That's from Bercy.
Bless you.
In,
Gotcha.
let's take a look. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That is
Where is
cool.
my mind? What a classic.
With the
Yeah,
Frank
with the
Black
man
himself.
With the man
band.
himself. What's he like?
He's charming, very approachable, really funny.
Huggable.
Yeah, he's just a really nice guy, you know?
Saturday Night, he still sings so well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I played with the Pixies this year, actually, in the festivals. And
It's medication time.
It's like, what? I'm really wondering, why would you set an alarm at, you know, this time?
5 o'clock, yeah.
end of interview.
So we were supposed to make time references, but yeah, it's actually 5 o'clock. Why would you wake up at this time?
Well,
Anyway.
It has been known to happen,
Yeah,
you know?
I should actually ask myself, not you guys. Anyway, sorry, Frank Black.
yeah, we did some festivals this year and played with the Pixies on their Reform. You know,
You
they're
played
very famous.
Heineken Jamming Festival in Imola.
Yeah, yeah.
With them.
But the Pixies, yeah, rocking, you know.
They were there,
As,
incredible.
as good as they were in the beginning. It's fantastic.
You were basically singing along, like he was singing and you were there. You
Yeah,
were like
yeah.
number one fan or something.
Oh, absolutely. The Pixies changed my life, you know? So, I mean, that's one of the most amazing things about doing what we do, is that you actually get to play with these people who changed our lives, you know? Like Frank Black, like David Bowie. And like recently in Paris, we played with The Cure on stage together.
Wow,
all
really?
of us, yeah. So, so
How
I
did
mean,
you feel?
it felt incredible, you know? It's just like doing a duet with Robert Smith is really incredible.
How does an artist like Robert Smith see you guys? You know, like, he's been there for a long time. He sees you very popular, very successful, making good music. What's his, I don't know, did he say anything?
Well, no, I think when it gets to this kind of situation, the thing that we're talking about, it all depends on your first meeting with these people, you know, kind of thing. And if you kind of click, if you can have a conversation, then, you know, and if you get on, then just stuff starts to happen when the opportunity presents itself, you know. And
How did you meet him? How did it happen?
I met him at
New York. Was
David Bowie's.
David Bowie's 50th birthday party. It's the first time we met him.
Cool. And he was there.
Oh, yes.
How many other incredibly famous people were there?
That was an incredible day. It was like kids in a candy store, you know.
Wow.
Sonic Youth were there, Robert Smith, and Lou Reed, and just everybody. It was
Wow.
fantastic. You know.
Incredible.
So, and I interviewed him once for a magazine. And
Robert Smith?
Yeah, and that was cool, yeah. Spent the whole day chatting, so.
Let's take another little break and we'll come back with Placebo. Eccoci qua, siamo tornati. Sorry, I was speaking Italian, but it was like, we're back. I didn't go as far as this. Anyway, cover songs. Have you ever actually put effort in trying, you know, just...
No.
Put any, have you ever put any effort into anything that you've ever done? You know? No, sorry, no.
Can't do that. Impossible. No, do you like to spend time on covering songs? Are there songs that you would like to cover?
Well, that's, you know, it's just things that you do for fun. You know, the whole point of doing them is so that it's not work. It's kind of a vacation from your serious music. You know, and you just try and have a laugh. Just try and enjoy it. You know, because you didn't write it, so you know you have a different relationship to it. You're kind of a fan of the song as opposed to being the person who created the song. So you can kind of have more carefree fun with it, you know?
You can play a lot with it.
Yeah.
With it. Any songs in particular that you would love to cover? Yeah.
Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. Yeah.
Serious?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's serious.
And how would you cover that?
I really don't know.
What type of sound
I
would you
haven't
like to
gotten
get?
that far, but
Country and Western version.
I think like an Aphex Twin sort of squelchy beats thing would be kind of good, you know? Very acid keyboards, yeah.
And being remixed, does it give you the kind of feeling that somebody's making a cover of your songs?
It's just a translation of it's somebody else's translation of your music. So I think they're always interesting, you know, to hear remixes from people.
This
You know,
version actually, that's limited edition, has a second additional CD, which is all remixes. I heard this Special Case Pre is quite good, Timo Maas version. I'm not a big fan of Timo Maas, but it's quite a good version. I didn't really like too much the, tell you which one. Yeah, Pure Morning.
You didn't like that? No, that's in the top 3.
Really?
Oh yeah, of all time. Yeah, that's.
Name the other 2. Which ones are your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. The Uncle one.
Yeah.
And
Without You, I'm Not.
let's see.
Yeah.
What did we do?
Disgorge of the Earth one's good, the Jimmy Colty.
Taste of Men by the Alpine Stars. Yeah.
Is there one you actually don't like, but you have to put it there?
No. We've got plenty more, which we didn't.
Have you ever been remixed in a very bad way?
Absolutely, yeah. It happens, you know.
You will never hear that.
And do you actually go to that remixer and say,
No, you just say,
it's brilliant.
thank you, but, you know, we're not
polite.
gonna put it on, you know, but thanks a lot. This is what you do.
And have people ever asked you to cover songs by Placebo? Like permission to make covers?
No,
As far as we know.
no, I mean, people can cover any song that they want, you know, I think, you know, it's just, you don't need to ask our permission to cover a Placebo song. Just, you know, go ahead. It's the nature of the business. We've never asked anybody's permission. So why, why should anybody ask our permission? You know?
That's true. Yeah, some people just get mad, you know, and if you
Yeah, I
play
know,
around
but
with their
if
stuff.
you're Prince or Madonna, I think they get mad, you know, if you do it without asking them, but...
Metallica go insane.
Yeah?
Yeah. You wouldn't do a Metallica cover song anyway, would you?
I don't know. Steph's the Metallica expert.
Are you the metal man?
I used to be, yeah.
Yes?
When I was a teenager, yeah. Long hair and yes, Slayer, Metallica.
Tight trousers and...
Spandex, absolutely.
Cool. What would you cover?
No, I don't think we'd ever
I think
cover
it'd be more
Metallica,
fun
actually.
to cover something by like Sodom or Cannibal
Napalm Death.
Corpse.
Some serious
Napalm
metal.
Death.
Yeah, or yeah.
They were the first... I think metal was the first musical genre where they had strict specifications of name, of the genres itself. It's like sub-genres they had. It was like thrash metal, death metal, then it was like...
Christian metal, I like that one.
Striper.
Yeah.
Striper, man.
To hell with the devil.
They were dressed like bees.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yellow and black.
In God
In
we
God
trust.
we trust.
You two are going on.
We know far too much about this.
I cannot believe...
Let's stop this now.
Jesus, Striper. I actually listened to Striper like a week ago to see
Really?
how it felt. And it feels bad. It feels like you wasted your youth. I really felt like, Jesus, what was I listening
Yeah, these people,
to?
you know, they rebel, you know, but they actually sort of live with their mums, and they come out once a year to go to Metallica concert.
True.
And then, you know,
Pretty sad.
at Christmas they burn a few churches in Norway, you know, and then...
Kill each other.
And it's kind of like metal in those days, and then you see Marilyn Manson, which is, you know, today's version of it, and it's very different. It's like Alice Cooper. It was, you know, serious about it.
Have you seen that guy Mortis?
Mortis.
Mortis, he walks around with, he never takes his mask off.
Jeez.
And he looks like...
It's like Slipknot or something.
No, it's more like he's like a little troll. Like a little gnome who lives in the movie Labyrinth, you know, kind of thing. He's like a little puppet kind of man. He's got this big nose and nobody's ever seen Mortis's face, you know. And it's just, and it just doesn't look hardcore. It just looks...
Glamorous.
No, it looks like it's for children, you know. It looks silly, you know.
I don't understand why people get scared.
No, it's nothing
all
scary.
The scary thing is, I don't get it.
There's nothing scary about
comedy.
Slipknot. It's just, yeah, it's comedy. It's hilarious.
Well,
you know.
actually, if you think about it, there was a scary Spice Girl, which had nothing scary. There was nothing scary about it. Ooh.
Ooh, scary Spice. She wasn't scary though, was she?
No, exactly. I mean,
Mean.
she wasn't, sorry, she wasn't scary at all. So, tonight's performance, can you tell me what's going to happen? I mean, obviously, at some stage you'll go on stage and play, but
Yeah, I think we're going to play some singles.
really?
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It's quite a surprise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we could not get our go-go dancers through customs,
Oh,
so they had to stay.
it's quite bad.
Yeah.
So about the two new songs in the album, 20 Years and I Do. We discussed I Do is the guitar-free song. About 20 Years, which is also the single, which we're going to see in a few minutes.
It's kind of a, I'd say, a meditation on the passing of time, and it's about recognizing the value of the present and the kind of the riches that you have in front of you, the gifts that you have in front of you, the love that surrounds you today. And just, yeah, like don't go home and listen to a Striper record, you know, because it's kind of a waste of time. Enjoy.
That's scary. That's one scary thing.
Yeah, enjoy what you have in front of you, you know.
I read that you're very concerned about, well, not, you know, just the fact that when you're young, very young, you feel immortal, and then you start feeling how mortal you are, basically,
yeah.
when you are in your 30s. Is it a natural concern that it happens to people around the age of 30, or is it?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think it happens to all of us, really. I mean, your priorities change with stuff, yeah. I mean, the things that are on top of your list at 20 aren't on top of your list at 30, so I think it's
What's the top of your list now?
Drink.
Holiday. Drink. Rock. Nuns.
That's good. Top of the list to me, it's to say goodbye to you guys and thanks for being here. And we're gonna watch your single, 20 Years, and so I'm sure I'll be enjoying your concert, so have fun.
Thank you very much, Squire.
Thanks a lot.
Very nice.
See you again.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. Let's see you, 20 years.
There are 20 years to go, and 20 ways to know who will wear the hat. There are 20 years to go, the best of all I hope. Enjoy the ride, the medicine show. Design our fakes. We need to concentrate on more than meets the eye. There are 20 years to go, the faithful and the low, the best of starts, the broken heart, the stone. There are 20 years to go, the punch-drunk and the blow, the worst of starts, the mercy part, the phone. Them's the breaks, for we design our fakes. We need to concentrate on more than meets the eye. Them's the breaks, for we design our fakes. But it's you I take, 'cause you're the truth, not I. There are 20 years to go, a golden age I know, but all will pass, will end too fast, you know. There are 20 years to go, many friends I hope, though some may hold the road, some hold the rope. And that's the end, and that's the start of it, that's the whole, and that's part of it, that's the height, and that's the heart of it, that's the long, and that's the short of it, that's the best, and that's the test in it, that's the doubt, the trust in it, that's the sight, and that's the sound of it, that's the gift, and that's the trick in it. You're the truth, not I. You're the truth, not I. You're the truth, not I. You're the truth, not I.
Devo dire che conversare con Brian Steve, che ti fa rendere conto di come artisti da milioni di copie, da un successo internazionale comunque pazzesco, riescono a essere estremamente semplici poi nella vita, le persone comunque in grado di non avere degli atteggiamenti particolarmente da rockstar, nonostante poi il loro status sia effettivamente quello da rockstar che poi fanno un disco antologico dopo 8 anni di carriera, 8 anni passati molto velocemente ma in maniera molto intensa, con tanti singoli di incredibile successo. Infatti non è stato difficile per loro metterli insieme. Molti di questi singoli li sentiremo dal vivo tra pochissimo su questo palco, quello di Supersonic, con il live dei Placebo tra poco. Qua dunque il momento più atteso della giornata, anzi della serata, arriva veramente al massimo del suo climax. Siamo pronti per il live a Supersonic dei Placebo. Abbiamo parlato con loro, abbiamo conversato con Brian, con Steve, abbiamo parlato di tante cose, soprattutto del loro ultimo disco, un disco che raccoglie 8 anni di canzoni e di successi veramente notevoli. È il momento di ascoltarli dal vivo nel loro live, si chiamano Placebo. Here they are.
Thursday. See you at the bitter end. See you at the bitter end. Every step we take that's synchronized, and every broken bone reminds me of the second time that I followed you home. You showered me with lullabies as you're walking away. Reminds me that it's killing time on this fateful day. See you at the bitter end. 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 Every time, every time, it's so long, so sad. Calling out to see you coming. That's making my heart beat so sweet, so strong, it's like a song. Keeping lines that I had. I think it's setting me on. It says you know that's it says it's shrouded, coming like this. It's shrouded, coming, let's just see. Rise, let's rise, love. I was never faithful, I was never one to trust. Borderline schizo, guaranteed to cause a fuss. I was never loyal, except to my own pleasure. So I'm forever black-eyed, a product of a broken home. I was never faithful, I was never one to trust. Borderline bipolar, forever biting on your nuts. I was never grateful, that's why I spend my days alone, alone. I'm forever black-eyed, a product of a broken home, broken home. Black-eyed, 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 black-eyed. I was never faithful, I was never one to trust. No. Borderlining schizo, guaranteed to cause a fuss. Yeah. I was never loyal, except to my own pleasure. So I'm forever black-eyed, a product of a broken home, broken home. Black-eyed, 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 black-eyed. There are 20 years to go, 20 ways to know who will wear the hat. There are 20 years to go, best of all I hope, enjoy the right medicine show. Them's the breaks, for we design our fakes. We need to concentrate on more than meets the eye. There are 20 years to go, the fateful and the low, the best of starts, the broken heart, the stone. There are 20 years to go, the punch drunk and the blow, the worst of starts, the mercy part, the bone. Them's the breaks, for we design our fakes. We need to concentrate on more than meets the eye. Them's the breaks, for we design our fakes. But it's you I take, 'cause you're the truth, not I. There are 20 years to go, golden age I know, but all the past will end too fast, you know. There are 20 years to go, many friends I hope, though some may hold the road, some hold the rope. That's the end and that's the start of it, that's the whole and that's part of it, that's the high, that's the heart of it, that's the long, that's the short of it, that's the best, that's the test in it, that's the doubt, the trust in it, that's the sight, that's the sound of it, that's the gift, that's the trick in it. You're the truth, not I. 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 You're the truth, not I.
State guardando il live dei Placebo Supersonic. Brian Molko, Steve e Steven hanno tenuto fede alle loro parole di questo pomeriggio, ovvero che il live sarebbe stato molto più rock rispetto a quello che poi si riesce a sentire nel disco. Così è e così sarà anche nella prossima parte, interrotta soltanto da questa pubblicità. Tra poco.
changes. English summer rain seems to last for ages. Always stays the same. Nothing ever changes. English summer rain seems to last for ages. I'm in the basement. You're in the sky. I'm in the basement. I'm in the basement. You're in the sky. I'm in the basement, baby. Drop on by. Always stays the same. Nothing ever changes. English summer rain lasts for fucking ages. Always stays the same. Nothing ever changes. English summer rain seems to last for ages. I'm in the basement. You're in the sky. I'm in the basement, baby. Drop on by. I'm in the basement. You're in the sky. I'm in the basement, baby. Drop on by. Hold your breath and count to 10 and fall apart. Start again. Hold your breath and count to 10. Start again. Start again. Hold your breath, count to 10 and fall apart. Start again. 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 friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend told Jesus better. Our friend confessed she passed the test. We will never sever. A friend in need's a friend indeed. A friend who believes is better. Our thoughts impressed. Days gone out, skins crawling. 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 Pure morning, pure Thank you for coming.
I ever had. Kind of guy who mates for life. Gotta help him find a wife. We're a couple when our bodies double. And it all breaks down. Roll reversal, got things in my head. She's universal, swinging me around. She's coming over me. And it all breaks down. First reversal, got things in my head. She's universal. Coming over me,